What I would like to show you today is how quick and easy it is to cook from scratch without having to buy a ready-made chicken schnitzel or go out to dinner for a chicken schnitzel, how easy it is to make it yourself. I've got chicken schnitzel here. All I've done is gotten a packet of chicken thigh fillets from the shop. I have put the fillets between 2 layers of baking paper, bashed them out with my rolling pin so they're just a little bit flatter. You don't have to do that if you don't want to though, you can leave them a bit thicker if you like. And then poured a carton of buttermilk, a teaspoon of salt in here with them, mixed it all around, covered it in some cling wrap, popped it in the fridge yesterday. So that was where I started. So the buttermilk is going to make this chicken extra juicy, extra easy to chew. So if you've got kids that don't have their full set of teeth yet and struggle to chew, which I know is a problem, then this makes it a bit easier for them to do it. And when it's easier for them, they're more likely to eat it, right? Protein, good for them. All I've got here is some plain flour and another teaspoon of salt. And in here, I've got breadcrumbs. I've added a couple of extra things in here that you don't have to do, but you can if you want to. I have added some lemon zest, some rosemary and some thyme, and some more salt. Salt is important because that's what makes it taste good. Now, you'll see I've got 3 teaspoons of salt throughout this entire dish, which probably seems like it's a lot, but if you read the back of pre-prepared food that you are feeding your family, it will have far more salt than that in it, and it will have all other preservatives, and it will have sugar. So all I'm doing is adding some pink Himalayan rock salt, which is good for you anyway, in less quantities than you are already eating. So don't be afraid of adding salt. It just adds flavour. So I like to use gloves for this, and again, you don't have to, but you can just get these gloves from Coles, Woolies, Aldi, wherever, and have them in the bottom of I have them in the bottom of my cupboard under my sink. And this is probably the only time I ever use them, that and when I'm dyeing my hair, because I just can't stand the gunk of the moisture mixing with all the other stuff. Now they say use one hand for the wet stuff and then one hand for the dry stuff. I can never manage to keep my both hands concentrated in one spot, and I end up messing it up, and I just end up having this big chunk of stuff all over my hands. So I just use the gloves. It's just easier. And I find if you make the experience more pleasant for yourself, you're more likely to do it again. So for the sake of probably, these probably cost 10 cents. All right, so all we do, we grab, oh, that's 2. Grab one of these schnitties, or chicken thigh fillets, it's not a snitty yet. Okay, we pop it in the flour, dust it all over, make sure it's all covered, and give it a shake. So it's all nicely covered. All right, so what I would normally do is do every schnitzel and cover it in flour and place it here on the tray. I'm only going to do one to show you today for shorts, just to make it quicker. So once I've done all of that, then what I would do, I'd have all this chicken out here, right? All floured, ready to go. And then what I do is I dip it back in the buttermilk. Okay? And what this does is it just gives it a really nice coating ready for the breadcrumbs to stick. All right? So I just dig a little hole, place my chicken flat in the breadcrumbs and cover it. And the best way to get the chicken to stick to the breadcrumbs, or the breadcrumbs to stick to the chicken, is to just give it a good push. So I just roll it over a couple of times, give it a good push, then give it a little shake just to get rid of the excess. Ta-da! One chicken schnitzel. So that has probably taken me, I don't know, it's probably not even taken me 1 minute to do one schnitzel. This packet of chicken thigh fillets here probably cost me, I think it cost me $9. I know that there's 10 in there. Breadcrumbs, I know, a couple of dollars at the most. That's probably 50 cents worth of flour. So for $13, you're going to get yourself 10 schnitzels. There's only 3 of us eating this tonight, Nev, Noah and myself. So I'm going to have 7 schnitzels left over. So this is enough. This $13 is enough for 3 meals plus 1 left over, which will probably go into Noah's lunchbox, cut up into pieces. It might go into a wrap. It might go on top of the salad or something for him, but there'll be 1 left over for his lunch. So really, how many schnitzels can you buy for $13? You certainly can't buy 10. You might be able to buy 3, maybe 4 at the most. So cook from scratch. 1, it's healthier. You know exactly what's in it, and it's so much cheaper. And I guarantee you, your family will love this more than the one that you bought. Just do it.